What?
I said come back.
Come back.
You come back and teach again.
What will you be teaching at the Thrive Festival?
Oh, what am I going to be teaching? I'm going to come up with something like, I'm really motivated to, I don't know, something really special. That's all I can say. Something really special,
Okay.
really unique, with like unique art and like one of a kind kind of things, like just for that
So
experience.
Saturday we'll be there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably won't be making egg yolk oil, but I won't be doing the same thing, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean it's.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, it's starting to go a little bit. They're starting to brown in a little bit. Yeah, I'll pass this solution around. This is lactobacillus. I'm not sure what number it is on that list. It is someone want to read it?
Storage imbalances or disturbances in the soil are an emergent within an ecosystem.
Thank you. Yeah, so they're like the healers. Here you go. This is really good. This is like probiotic microbes for your gut. This milk that I received, this is I'm gonna be using this to make that solution. But basically what you do is when we collect microbes, what's the first step you do for collecting microbes? One of the first steps. We talked about a box. What goes in the box?
Hard cooked rice.
Rice. Okay.
Rice.
So what can you do before you cook that rice to collect your microbes? You can wash it. Wash the rice. You wash 4 cups of rice, 4 cups of water, and you just get that rice washed water. You put that out into a shallow, like kind of glass baking dish. You can leave that out for 24 to 36 hours, and that becomes like a big landing pad for all these microorganisms. And you let that sit out. After 24 to 36 hours, that becomes your inoculant for your lactobacillus. And after 24 to 36 hours, there'll be a filament on the top, and there'll be a sediment on the bottom, and there'll be a middle layer of kind of this murky liquid in the middle. If you had a baster, you could kind of suck it out. If you have a strainer, you can just kind of pour off the liquid through the strainer and make sure that the sediment kind of stays in your vessel, but the filament is getting strained. You basically take 1 part of that liquid to 10 parts lactose or milk. And you can do this with any type of milk, but the best type of milk is raw Krishna milk, which is what this is.
Where did the guy go?
What's that?
Where'd he go?
I'm not sure where it went.
Is that white rice you're using?
Yeah. But you could also use, I've heard of friends that have like done bread, like they just put white bread in water and mixed it and it works. You could do it with like potato. If like you cooked taro and you had the leftover pieces, you could just take that water, like any type of starch water will work.
It's how you start sourdough.
Is it? Yeah. So it's a lactobacillus, and we're collecting it from out of the air, all these different microbes. Then when we add the 1 part of that to 10 parts lactose or milk, fill it up 2/3 of the way full, let it ferment for 3 to 5 days. What will happen is like cheese curds will form, and then you'll have whey at the bottom, and that's your lactobacillus. You can then strain off the cheese, super saturated, so that's super saturated. And that, to me, tastes like a sweet, like raw milk honey kind of thing. It's like, yeah, it's really good. That's actually one of the microbes that will eat the lava rock. One of them. They'll also get rid of like Roundup and oil spills and things like that. And yeah, it's gonna help with any sort of like disturbance in the soil.
Do you use white rice, brown rice?
White rice.
White rice.
Yeah, like
Starts with
white
rice.
rice. Yeah.
This one is the
finished product?
That's yeah with the sugar, super saturated. If you
That
don't
would
add
make
the sugar, it's gonna be this like yellow liquid serum that you can preserve in your refrigerator for about a month, and then it's gonna go bad. This, if you add the sugar and super saturated, it's gonna last 6 months to a year. So your shelf life's looking way better. Aloha.
Cooking breakfast.
Yeah, we're cooking breakfast.
I'm sure people walking by going, what's going on over there? Definitely smells burnt eggs. Ugh. Hello, Mr. Jefferson.
What's the dilution rate?
1 to 1,000. So, bro, the dilution's like, yeah, I have a sheet that has it all, but so the fermented plant juice, 1 to 500. The brown rice vinegar or your banana vinegar, mango vinegar, any type of vinegar, 1 to 500. The medicine is 1 to 1,000. All the enhancements, which is like the water-soluble calcium, the water-soluble calcium phosphorus, the fish amino acid for
1 milliliter
basically
per liter.
for the different stages of your plant's growth. Those are about 1 to 1,000. Lactobacillus is 1 to 1,000, and then I think there's one more sheet on there. There's a few more sheets, but one of them is seawater. So we could talk about seawater while we're doing this. Seawater you can dilute 1 to 30. It becomes the same salinity as like your human blood. And it sweetens fruits and it enhances ripening. It adds flocculation to the soil, so it creates more airspace and more life to kind of grow.
Bring some home from the beach.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How often are you using the seawater? Now, I'm just using it, I think you said before, you use it a week before the fruit, you're gonna take the fruit off the tree, around the tree line?
What's that? How often, but
The seawater, yeah, how often are you using it now, after trial?
about every application.
You're using it every application?
Yeah, at 1 to 30, and then I think on the sheet I have like it written, but like I think it's like 2 days before harvesting you can spray like 1 to 10 or something, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's
And that won't harm the plant?
no, it won't. No.
Yeah, I was at another class recently, they were saying, that using regular, if you were using a sea salt or Himalayan salt, it was very similar and the same, it's just that you diluted it. And so what I thought I'd do is just sprinkle a little bit around the slugs that were attacking my citrus.
Yeah.
Before I could pick the citrus.
Oh, for the slugs? Well, if you don't have seawater, so if you do have seawater, you want to gather from like the top quarter to the top half inch of an active tide pool where water's coming in, water's going out. That's because it has the most microbial life. If you don't have access to that, you can't carry water because water's kind of heavy, 8 pounds per gallon. You could use sea salt or Himalayan pink sea salt. And that's 4 grams per gallon. So 4 grams of salt per gallon of water is 1 to 30. So yeah, now it's like the eggs are like they're kind of yellow, but they're kind of brown, a little bit black, and they're it's starting to smoke a little bit more. But basically, this whole thing is gonna be black.
This is why you
And if
need
you want to
stove
come up and look at it,
outside
feel free.
and
I'll let you know when it's gonna get really
the
close.
whole house never
So I just wanna make sure I'm understanding, so you mix all this together, and then once a week you're spraying it on your plant.
Okay, so I'm always doing the fermented plant juice, always doing the homemade vinegar, always doing the medicine. Sometimes I'm doing the lactobacillus when there's an emergency or an emergence. The emergency would be my land just got tilled or they just dozed everything out or they just sprayed chemicals. That's an emergency. An emergence would be like emerging a new seed. So when I soak the seeds or plant new seeds and I'm using it. But yeah, there's kind of like a limit to it. And then with the enhancements, like the 3 enhancements that we talked about, those kind of cycle. So I'm always doing the water-soluble calcium phosphorus, but sometimes I'm doing the water-soluble calcium. Sometimes I'm doing the fish amino acid. It just really depends on what stage your plants are in and what life cycle they're at. And yeah, so basically doing it. Yeah. And then yeah, I was gonna wait till the end, but basically Yeah, I offer the services of bioremediation and spraying. So if you have a farm or a garden or anywhere that, you know, a home that needs tending and you don't have the time or the energy to make all these things, or maybe you want to do it but you need like one-on-one help or things like that. So that's actually a service that